felt like this topic was really relevant just because it's something that we don't talk about enough.
Yeah.
And we have to be more proactive about our kidney health and taking care of ourselves because especially as African Americans, you know, we talk about generational wealth, but let's talk about generational health.
Yeah,
like, how do we get healthy as a people, eating, doing the things that we need to do, eating healthier and just exercising, not smoking, those things that will help us be better and help us for generations to come.
Now, when you say not smoking, you talking about weed or cigars?
She's talking about cigarettes.
That.
She's talking about the stuff with the poison in it.
You don't have to answer.
She's talking about cigarettes.
Smoking cigarettes, nicotine is not good.
Hello, FBI.
Talking about cigarettes. So, Andy, it's interesting that this topic came up. It's a topic that's a little near and dear to me. I have a huge story behind it. We don't have the time to get into the story behind it. But, and I told Gus, do not tell her this. It's kind of going to be a surprise for her. I'm actually a kidney donor. I actually had the chance to save my uncle's life. Yes, I did.
You're just now telling me this.
Well, it was supposed to be a surprise, Surprise. It actually was my blood aunt's husband. So he was no kin.
You're a living kidney donor.
Yes, I am. So he was right at dialysis. Here's where it gets interesting. He was a Jehovah's Witness. They don't believe in blood transfusion.
Correct.
So they call it the Watchtower and Bible Tract Society.
They knocked on my doors many a Saturday.
Oh yeah.
They did all of this research so that he could have this surgery. And he asked me, I will tell you that story behind that on another time. Okay. Very hard decision, by the way. You'll find out for me.
For you.
Yeah, this is a big story.
That's a big story.
How long ago was this that you did this?
I was 28. I'm 51 now. So a long time ago. My life changed after that. No more guzzling orange juice and different things like that. I used to love pineapple juice. I love papaya juice. No more guzzling it, and I was just like shocked when the doctors, as a young man, of course, I'm like, I still think I can eat and do whatever I want. And they're like, well,
there's some changes you have to
make.
make.
You need to cut back on some things. And I'm like, whoa. What do you mean?
But that's a lot of sugar too. It's not good for you.
Yes. It is. Yes. So, and I did. But yes, absolutely.
Can I ask you?
The hardest decision I ever made in my life. Ever.
How do you feel about that decision? I think you and I talked about this.
You need the backstory on it.
Okay. Because I think I'm
somewhat a little bit. If you, I actually didn't I do this on the show?
Yes,
I did it on the show. I actually opened up on the show about this. So you know what, Andy? You're going to have to do your goddamn homework and go and listen to the show.
And you might want to help narrow it down.
We need some lights.
This is number one, put on blast. Andy's been put on blast. Okay.
But I'm just saying, no, seriously, we will talk about it.
And let me,
definitely.
Let me say this to you. I applaud you for your courage to do that, because that's another thing. I've been doing this work a long time, and that's something that I struggle with, because African Americans do not do living donation.
No, they don't.
Like at the same rate or as Caucasian people will do. Yeah. And that's something we need to talk about, because it's African Americans that suffer from the highest rate of these diseases.
Indeed.
And so for you to step out and do that, and I know there's a history behind that, but for you to do that is very selfless, and I commend you for doing that.
Well, I have to tell you, thank you very much. I'm bowing right now. I have to tell you, we don't discuss religion or politics on the show.
I know.
But I will tell you that decision was God driven. I will say that.
Well,
I will say that.
I will say this: I've interviewed many people who have done it, who've been living donors, and they say that yes, while they help someone else, they said it meant so much to them and gave them so much to be able to do that and change their life.
It lifted a weight off my shoulders that you wouldn't believe. Like I said, you have to know the story, but it lifted a weight off my shoulders.
You know, the other thing that I think it's important for people to know, for your listeners to know, is that you can absolutely thrive with one kidney. And so that's an opportunity to help other people.
Let me tell you something. Mr. Concur is doing just fine and well.
Mr. Concur is living his best life. And we yes.
And ever since I got Mr. Gus in my life, I've been doing even better. That's my man, 100 grand.
I mean, that's amazing, though. That is amazing. And that's one of the things like I want to talk about, because there are these misconceptions, there are these truths as it pertains to Black folks in this country with healthcare and mistrust. And for me, being on the other side of that, we got to break through that. We got to have these difficult conversations like we're having now, because it's Black folks that are being impacted the most. It kind of, to me, it's along the lines of this COVID vaccine conversation and people being hesitant to take the vaccine because of this lack of trust. But when you look back and look at it, who is being impacted the most by not getting the vaccine? It's African Americans. And so we gotta break through that. We gotta keep talking about it. And again, these are uncomfortable conversations, but again, as I talk about generational health, that's what's going to move us forward. And so I appreciate you guys having me on to talk about this. And I know that's an uncomfortable topic, so thank you.
No problem. She intelligent. She beautiful too, guys. Yes, just want you to know that.
Yeah, she don't date guys.
Beautiful.
She doesn't date guys.
What did you say?
Ditto.
Who did you say I look like?
She looks like Trish Marigold from The Witcher.
Yes.
Yeah.
Trish
So that'll help the audience. She's smoking.
She fire, bro.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get in trouble.
I mean, I don't know if she takes down. I don't know if she takes down like 2 dirty martinis within a span of like 25 minutes. You know, but
Trish is pretty. Trish can hold her. I've read the books, so I can tell you that Trish can hold her own.
It's Friday Eve. It's Friday Eve.
Hey,
extend me some grace and understanding and compassion.
Do you, girl? You in the man cave?
You in the man cave? You do what you do.
Yeah, safe space.
This place is amazing, by the way.
It is. It is.
Why'd you like it?
We love it.
I'm coming back.
Please do.
Please do.
Oh snap!
You see, we got Tracy, we got Tammy.
I concur with that decision.
Another young lady over there.
I concur with that decision.
I'm all in.
You haven't met Man Cave Mama yet. She coming.
Yeah, she coming.
She'll be here.
I can't
We got our
wait.
Man Cave aunties here, though.
I can't wait. Thank you, guys. You've been so welcoming, and I love it. So thank
No problem.
you. This is great.
By the way, Durka, your T-shirts are in. They are over there. We're going to get them out to you.
After the show.
After the show. And by the way, I'm saying that to say that we do have merch. We have it all. Shot glasses, T-shirts, panties, whatever you want.
Yeah,
Gus Los show.
I saw that on the feed, and I wanted to address that. I saw.
You want to address what?
So I saw the ... panties, and I was like, huh?
So
hold on.
What?
We have panties.
The reason why would Gus and Los show decide to do that? It had to be a requested item, correct? Someone requested it, so therefore we provide.
Oh, I know who. Hold on.
Who did it, Colonel?
Kate, you're not wearing a bustle. How dude.
Yes, it was Kate from Tombstone.
Wow.
Doc
Well played,
Holliday.
sir.
Well played, Colonel.
Ladies and gentlemen, we did not set that up. Oh, man. So you know what? I just typed it in, why men do not prioritize their health. And the answer was shocking. I thought it was going to be some, NASA-like explanation. Men don't want to be told what to do. And men are scared.
That was what I was going to get to, Gus. What you just said, the second one.
That floored me.
Scared. Or could it be about confronting your own mortality?
That's exactly.
None of us is getting out of here alive, and that's a reality.
Yeah.
That fear of a shortened life.
Yeah.
So if it's like, if I got to go to the doctor, because let me tell you, as a donor, you go through they poke, prod, they took so much blood out of me. I'm like, how am I still walking around? And then there was the case of, and I don't want to frighten people off from donating kidneys. Do it. I'm alive and well and kicking, smoking cigars, still drinking bourbon in moderation. Yeah. I mean, you're supposed to be my best friend, man. Don't call me out like that. My best friend.
Anyway. I'm your huckleberry.
So
that's
I'm
amazing.
saying, like, oh my gosh. Like, damn, I lost my thought. God damn it, Gus. So I'm saying, like, do it. Like, they sent me through so many tests. I got to look at my kidneys while I was awake. They went in through the main groin and, like, sent the camera up in there, and I was looking at them like, I guess I could get one of those away.
Do you have a secondary groin besides the main groin, or?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Just checking.
Why do you think he has 17 kids?
That is not. Hey, Jim, that is not up for donation.
So, can I ask this question?
Yes, Andy.
So we have a great group of people here today, tonight. How many people actually are registered to be donors? How many people have it on their license? Everybody raise their hand. No.
How many people in a man cave tonight are registered to donate organs?
That's pretty good. That's almost
okay, so
almost 100.
So we have
90%.
90%.
Yeah, 90%.
We have
90%.
one who's not. And I'm
can't call out the photographer. What the hell?
take a leap.
He'll be cancel culture tomorrow.
No, I'm gonna just take a leap. I'm gonna take a leap and ask that, and just say it's probably because of something that you've been told about your care. If you're a registered donor, they won't work on you to save your life, or there's
That's
something
China.
there. No, that's a people believe that here.
Interesting.
I'm going to say that it's more of a personal decision.
Or is it?
Yeah. It could be something as simple, because for a minute, I was 15 years ago, I wasn't. And my mindset was, and it's simple. It's simplistic. I want to leave like I want everything to go with me that I was born.
That's my 82-year-old father.
Yeah.
And I respect that. Absolutely. But if you have the opportunity to help someone else when you're no longer living, why wouldn't you do that?
Right. And I've read so many stories of, like you said, people who've donated kidneys and extended somebody's life. And so.
I mean,
and that's what changed my mind.
And so my purpose is, again, it's opening up this conversation so that we can have these hard conversations. We can kind of boil down the truths about donation and come to some healing and some understanding so that we can move forward, because we need to do this. I mean, we need to do this. If you have the opportunity to help someone else, why wouldn't you do that when you're no longer living? And that's really it.
If they find anything usable on me, they can have it. I doubt they will, but
see that, but
it's
you
all
don't
theirs.
know, and all of that.
They're going to pickle your brain.
All of that is determined.
Abby normal.
All of that is determined at the time of death, and so you would be surprised. Like people who have died from active cancer, they can be cornea donors.
Sure.
Most people don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
If you have decided to donate your body to science and have registered for that program, you could be a cornea donor. Most people don't even know about tissue and cornea donation. We always go to organ. We think about organ, but there's so many healing gifts. People who need like knee replacements and those sort of things, like Carson Palmer, for instance.
I definitely don't want my
When
knee.
Carson Palmer blew his knee out, it was the Achilles tendon from a woman who had passed away in a car accident. That tendon was used for his knee.
To earn him more millions of dollars.
Well,
And just so you know,
burn victims.
this show is your sign. Speaking of signs, A&E Signs is a lighting. A&E Signs and A&E. Damn, I'm.
No more.
Somebody cut me off.
No more
A&E Signs
Uncle
and Lighting. It is
Yeah.
truly a full service sign company. We design, manufacture, install, and service them from our plant in Cincinnati, Ohio. In addition to the normal signs, they also fabricate TV towers, ATM surrounds, canopies, and destination and wayfinding sculptures. They also do awnings. They are a great sign company. Check them out, A&E Signs.
They do TV towers?
Yes,
Damn.
I know.
Yeah,
Right.
All right.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean?
If we get big enough, we may need one of those. We'll get our own TV
We're
tower.
going to be big enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
gonna be big
that's
enough.
the goal.